Hello everybody, welcome back. Just like my Call of Duty Ghost video, I'm going to be making a video talking about Infinite Warfare. I'm basically going to be telling you guys why this game's a goddamn hidden gem. Now, we all know this is a pretty well-known Call of Duty game, obviously. Some people, simpletons, like to pretend it doesn't exist, or just regard it as the worst COD, or just absolutely hate this game. And my thinking is some people just instantly hated this game before it came out. When the trailer came out, it was one of the most disliked things. People didn't want this game. But for those who did give this game a chance, or who were actually excited for it, like myself, we grew to love it. I loved this game from the beginning. I saw the trailer, and I saw the dislikes. I'm like, oh well, this does not look good. I mean, not the game, of course. I was excited for the game. Other people, not so much. People want boots on the ground, whatever, but if we're totally fine with Black Ops 3, right? Black Ops 3 is a good game, obviously. I'm not insulting it, but still. I mean, I don't know. For me, at least, I love Infinite Warfare. It is my favorite, one of my favorite. I'm not going to say it's my favorite Call of Duty of all time, but it is. It's one of my favorites. I'm going to get to the point in a second, but I really do love this game. It was hated from launch. It's still pretty well hated now. Some people have actually gone back to realize, oh, hey, this game's not as bad as we all thought. And I will 100% defend this take. It is better than everything we've gotten recently, okay? This is a hot take right here, real big one. It's better than Black Ops 6. It is better than Modern Warfare 3. It is better than Modern Warfare 2. It is better than Call of Duty Vanguard. It's probably better than Black Ops Cold War. It's better than Modern Warfare 2019. That's probably a really hot take. That's probably crazy. And maybe I'm just glazing like crazy, but this game truly is a hidden gem. I'm going to break down kind of each part of this game, just like I did with the Ghost video. We'll be talking about the campaign, multiplayer, and zombies. Let's get into the campaign. What can I say? It offers a really good campaign with a nice set of characters. They're not like straight up iconic as like the Black Ops characters or like the Modern Warfare characters, but this game does give us some nice and charming characters. Particularly one of my favorite characters, Ethan. He may just be a robot, but he's a fucking good robot. He is probably the best robot. I'm joking. I mean, he is a great he's a great character. I love his character in this game. I love all the characters in the game. Honestly, they're really good. The villain, Selen Koch, whatever his name is, he's not the best, but he's not horrible either. You just know he's the bad guy. There's not much to him, you know. I'm not trying to say he's bad. I mean, he's not great, but he's I would say he's all right, you know. Overall, though, that doesn't really matter. This game has a phenomenal campaign from start to finish. The endings is also really sad because a shit ton of the characters die. Spoiler alert. A lot of characters die. This game gets really crazy with a lot of the raid, like characters you kind of like the smaller characters. They're not main characters by any means. Actually, some of the main characters do. Some of the guys in your squad die, actually, throughout the entire campaign. And I'm not saying no Call of Duty game ever has this where characters die throughout the campaign. But now, none of them do it as, like, think to the scale of Infinite Warfare. Like, obviously the mission I'm using in the gameplay, one of the main characters dies, right? Omar, he dies in this game mission. And then more characters, some smaller, some bigger, start dying throughout the campaign later on as you go further. And then at the end, you die. So, honestly, I wonder if is this the only Call of Duty game where your main character dies? I'm trying to think about it. I think it is. That's pretty. I mean, I just think this game is a really, really good campaign. I think it's a gem in terms of story and everything. It's really good. I love this game's campaign so much. I'll gladly replay it over and over. I love the characters in this game. I think they're all unique and charming for this game, particularly. They work really well with the story and everything around it. The gameplay, everything about this campaign, it has everything that you'd kind of want in a campaign. Plus, the mission I'm playing, it kind of has a bit of a not like straight horror, but it has a bit of a tense feeling to it. It's a really unique mission, in my opinion. And this game, it has one thing that Black Ops 3 doesn't have: a good campaign. Now, overall, though, really, this game's campaign is phenomenal. It's really good. I love it. And I will always defend this game. I always, especially the campaign. Again, I just don't know why so many people saw the trailer, left a dislike, left a negative comment, never played the game when it came out. They just didn't care. They didn't bother to play it. And then some people who did go back to play it, or again gave it a chance, eventually were like, wow, this game is actually good. And again, if you don't like this game and you actually did play it, I guess I would understand it. I'm not gonna straight up say, hey, you're a loser for not liking this game. I will diss on the people who at least didn't even play it. You know, if you're gonna, some people like legit say, "Oh, it's the worst Call of Duty. It's the worst Call of Duty." At least play the game before you say that. You know, like with Vanguard, I've played Vanguard, and I will gladly say that game is the worst Call of Duty. All right, I at least enjoyed. I didn't really enjoy that much, but Modern Warfare 3, the new one, I enjoyed that game a teensy bit more than Vanguard. Granted, I don't like that game either. I don't like either of those games. But I will say Vanguard is 100% the worst of the worst in terms of COD. But boy, is this game. I'm going to say a hot take here. Actually, I don't know if I want to say it, but I will say this game is almost a perfect Call of Duty. And like in terms of like where you want to be good, right? The campaign is great. The multiplayer, we'll talk about that later. And same thing with zombies. We'll talk about that later. But overall, this campaign is really good. It is one of my favorite Call of Duty campaigns. It is probably one of the best Call of Duty campaigns. And even if you don't like this game's multiplayer or zombies, maybe, at least give this game's a campaign a chance. At least, right? That's one thing I got to say. This campaign is really great. It tells a really nice story. Some characters you really grow to like throughout the campaign. And it does hit hard when some of them die. Tragic deaths. I'm probably spoiling it, actually, to be honest. But you know, I'm not mentioning names, of course, or anything. You just know that someone's gonna die if you haven't played it. Really, though, I love this game. I love Ethan. I'm sorry I mentioned him like twice. I love all the other characters. Really, Ethan is like he's like the heart though of this game's campaign. To be honest, he's like the heart. He's the heart and soul. I think, to be honest, in terms of like characters. But overall, great campaign. Really great story. I love this game. I will always defend this game's campaign. That's kind of all I have to say about it. I spent like the last 7 minutes glazing it. I'm not really glazing it. I'm really just saying it's great. I've stated multiple reasons why it's great. All the missions, all as well, they're all really nice. They all kind of add some unique gameplay or something to them. I really love the Jackal combat in this game. Where you fly around the little spaceship thing and blow the spaceships up. I really love that. I really do. I wish they turned that into like a separate mode for like multiplayer. Because World War II did that, where they had that dogfight mode that no one really played, really, but it was cool. But that's all I got to say about the campaign. It's a really fantastic campaign. I really love this game's campaign. And I mean, this mission in general is a unique mission where literally you're going to an asteroid. It's a bit tense, and then you have to fight a bunch of rogue robots. Again, I'm kind of spoiling it if you haven't played it, but I'm sorry. Really great mission, to be honest. It's a great campaign. I love it. Always will. Anyways, that's all I got to say about the campaign. We will now move on to talk about the multiplayer. All right, we are talking about the multiplayer now. Now, once again, I kind of had to use bots for my gameplay because I couldn't really find a match. And I will kind of tell you why. I didn't want to keep looking because this game has a glaring problem currently. This wasn't an issue back in the day, but now it's pretty bad. Again, we'll talk about that more later. But now I know some people, this game's multiplayer doesn't really change much in terms of like how it plays or feels from Black Ops 3. Gameplay wise, they are relatively similar. Overall and feeling wise, though, they're both very different games to kind of how they feel and look and kind of play almost. Again, gameplay similar, but overall, like other aspects, they're very different. I mean, I don't know. I'm trying to think of what to talk about first. I like the guns in this game. It's a pretty nice set of weapons. This game isn't scummy like Black Ops 3. It makes it impossible for you to acquire the DLC weapons. I got them all for free, or got them all with purchasing the season pass. So whenever a new gun came out, boom, I had it. And even then, it's really easy to get supply drops in this game. I know people kind of like, oh, the supply drop system in this game is bad. It's really not. It's really, really, really easy to get your hands on them. You don't even have to open up your wallet for it. All you got to do is play a couple matches of multiplayer, or even make it to at least around like 10 or 12 of zombies, and you're guaranteed to get at least 20 keys to open up your supply drops. At least. It really just depends. But overall, it's really not that hard to get the keys for the supply drops. And when you open them, sure, sometimes they'll give you absolute dookie, but you are at least have a higher chance to gain like the DLC weapons or any other cool weapon variant throughout opening the supply drops than you are in Black Ops 3. And maybe I'm just using Black Ops 3 as an example, but literally I've opened a lot of supply drops in that game. Haven't gotten a single one the goddamn deal. I haven't gotten anything good from opening any of them. So I will just say they're really bad at Black Ops 3. But in this game, I think they do them pretty well. Sure, you do get kind of garbage again. At least you do have a chance to get something good. You have a better chance to get something good in this game than you do in like really any other COD. Obviously, survive drops aren't everyone's favorite thing. At least they're a lot better than what Black Ops 4 did. Black Ops 4 also did it really wrong. Anyways, let's talk about the reason why I kind of didn't want to use real gameplay or online gameplay. Is I'm not really sure if it's a hacking thing or if it's just a stinky sweat loser thing. If you've played this game's multiplayer recently, you have probably run into the losers. And these losers that I'm talking about are people who play as the Synaptic, which is the robot class, and run around with a Titan, except they're not really running, they're really gliding around the map. The way they move, it seems so unnatural to the game's movement. It has to be 100% convinced that they are hacking to some extent, or I don't know. Again, the way they're moving just seems really unnatural for the game's movement. And also their aim is like 100% on, so they're at least using some sort of aimbot, 100%. These guys, they're everywhere in the game, unfortunately. They're literally in every single lobby. And before you say, oh, they're probably like high-level people. No, they're literally like random fucking, like, there's this one time I was in a lobby, right? There's this level, like a level 8, not even prestige or anything. Level 8 fresh. He was one of those goddamn Synaptic players or whatever. I don't think he was Synaptic, but he was still flying around and gliding around with a Titan shredding everybody. So, again, I don't really know if it's like a hacking thing or whatnot. Just the way they play, again, it seems really unnatural. These guys straight up ruin the gameplay. They straight up ruin the multiplayer because these guys, if they're on your team, you're probably guaranteed to win maybe. Almost every match of this game's multiplayer currently nowadays is a one-sided affair where, again, the one type of people I'm talking about, they'll sometimes put up like 80, 70, 60 kills a game. It's actually insane. And these guys are absolute sweats, dude. Even if I'm gonna hate on them so much. They absolutely make this game almost unplayable in my opinion. I'll try to hop in, try to have fun. Boom. I'm getting this guy who's gliding across the map. Like again, the way they're flying and move around, it seems so unnatural for the game's movement. You can't fly around that much in this game, but the way they move around, it seems unnatural. And it doesn't seem normal for the game's movement. It seems wrong. They're 100% doing something. They just ruin it. They ruin it so much. I spend enough time talking about it. These guys, I hate them so much. I absolutely despise them. I hate these guys. It ruins the multiplayer so much. Because if you want to try to hop on, you're going to get shredded by one of these guys. Because again, they're everywhere. They're in almost every single lobby. It's really hard to find a lobby without one. And even if you find a lobby without one, there is guaranteed to be one eventually coming. Because there aren't many lobbies left in this game. There aren't many people playing it. Unfortunately, it kind of depends on the time of day and whatever you're searching, but for the most part, there aren't a shit ton of people left on Infinite Warfare. And if you are able to find a few matches without one of these absolute goobers, that's great. Unfortunately, it won't last long because eventually one of them will find their way to your lobby, and then it's over. So that's unfortunate, but it's true. Outside of that, though, this game's multiplayer is pretty fun. I definitely like it a lot. By the way, I forgot to rank the game's campaign. I will gladly say it's a 10 out of 10. Multiplayer wise, we'll get to that in a minute. This game's multiplayer is pretty good. Again, currently, if I was to look at it currently, it's still good. It's just, again, it's hard to find a match without one of these guys. Maybe there's like, it kind of evens out if there's not that many. If there's maybe like one on the enemy team and one on your team. Because then they'll usually be kind of killing each other the entire time. Still kind of fuck you up a little bit. Because again, they're everywhere. And their aim is 100. Like their aim, they literally do not miss half the time. And maybe they just have a really good aim. Maybe it's a skill issue on my part. But I'm 100% convinced. I'm like a conspiracy theorist at this point. I'm 100% convinced they're like hacking or something. I don't really know how to explain it. Again, if you've seen them moving around and play the way they play, it just doesn't seem right. It doesn't seem normal. Something seems really off with the way they play. Again, I have mentioned that enough. But outside of those issues, this game is honestly multiplayer wise, it's pretty good. Also, I'm gonna diss on Call of Duty Ghosts real quick. I'm sorry. This game also has one thing Call of Duty Ghosts doesn't have, is this game has actually good kill streaks, or at least kill streaks that are worth it. The kill streaks in Ghosts are so fucking bad, I'm just going to say it. They're so underwhelming. The kill streaks in this game are actually worth getting. Overall, though, I like this game camp multiplayer quite a lot. I would say the multiplayer. Overall, we're not talking about with these losers in the lobby. We're just talking about the game as a whole. I'll gladly give the multiplayer like an 8 out of 10. I would say that. I think one thing this game kind of lacks is iconic maps. Not saying every Call of Duty game has to have iconic map, but this game doesn't really have that many. Not saying any of the maps are bad. They're not bad in my opinion. They're not all horrible, but some of them they're kind of just forgettable, or just none of them are that special. Their settings are cool though. There's a lot of maps with really cool settings. It's just the map itself is kind of mid, you know. Overall though, great multiplayer, really. Anyways, we're going to talk about the zombies, and I absolutely love this game, Zombies. We'll get to that in a second. All right, we are on the final half of this video, the Infinite Warfare Zombies. I was going to use zombies in Spaceland gameplay, but I thought about, like, you know, I've used zombies in Spaceland at least for gameplay of the channel at least 3 times, and I've used Raven the Redwoods at least twice. This is the only map where I've only done it like once. So let's talk about zombies in Spaceland first. It is one of my favorite zombies maps. I'm going to say a really hot take. It's like a top 3 map in my opinion. I love zombies in Spaceland. I know the layout, and I know I know how to do relatively everything except for like all the fancy Easter eggs and stuff. I know how to set it up. I just can never get it done by myself. It's a little difficult to do later on if you're playing by yourself. And overall though, I love Spaceland. I know literally every little detail about the map. I know it very well. It's a great map. I've played it so many times. Overall, though, Zombies in the Spaceland's an iconic zombies map, in my opinion. So again, some people just never gave this game a chance. They never gave it a chance, and they also never gave the zombies a chance. So, Infinite Warfare Zombies is really good, though. When people always say, "Oh, we haven't had a great zombie since Black Ops 3," I would kindly like to add that Infinite Warfare Zombies is pretty good. All right, I would gladly add that. Sure, you can say Infinite Warfare Zombies isn't perfect, like Black Ops 3 Zombies, but it's still pretty goddamn good. I would gladly say that Infinite Warfare Zombies is still better than what we've gotten recently. It's better than Black Ops 6 Zombies. It's better than Modern Warfare 3 Zombies, and it's better than Cold War. And it's better than Vanguard, that abomination of a game. Every time I talk about Vanguard, I gladly take an opportunity to hate on it. I hate Vanguard. It's bad. Overall, though, back to Infinite Warfare Zombies. I think this Zombies has a really nice charm to it. It's really charming. It's a really, really fun experience. All the maps, they're all decent. I would say they're all really good. All of them, except for one. Spaceland, we're going to rank all the maps kind of real quick. Spaceland is a 10 out of 10. Raven Redwoods, also probably a 10 out of 10. I spent a lot of time on that map. Shuffle, the one in New York, whatever, Shalon Shuffle, whatever it's called, Salute, or something like that. I used to dislike it a lot. As I've played it a bit more, I've actually learned to like it a bit more. I would say that map's probably, I want to say 10. It's a 10 out of 10. I'm sorry. It's really good. I love it. And then Attack of the Radioactive thing. I would say maybe 8 or 9. The reason why I kind of take it down a bit is because it's a kind of a big map. It's a little big, and it's also really complicated to do anything almost. I don't know how to pack on this map. And maybe I'm just maybe it's a skill issue. When I was watching the video explained it sounded really complicated. Maybe I'm dumb. Overall though, it's a pretty good map, at least an 8 out of 10, maybe 9. And then Beast from Beyond, maybe a 3 out of 10. I like some aspects of the map. I just hate the aliens. I hate the cryptids being in this map. It's cool, but they stay around for way too long. They're also really hard to kill. Okay, and again, maybe it's a skill issue, but they're really hard to kill. They don't die. They also kill you in at least 2 hits. So, not just the fact that they're faster than the zombies, they're harder to kill, and they're goddamn annoying. Maybe I just gotta give this map more of a chance, but currently I would leave this map gladly at like a 4 or 3 out of 10. It's not that good. Overall, the whole zombies experience though is really fun. This map, okay. I love the charm to it. I like the Fate and Fortune cards thingies. They're like the Gobblegums. They're not as good, but they're still really cool. I think they do it really well in this game. The perk system is unlike Black Ops 4, is actually good. Again, I like the maps. I like I love the celebrity cameos in some of the maps. I like that David Hasselhoff is in Spaceland. I think Kevin Smith, that one guy. I don't know. I don't really know anything about him. He's like in he's in Raven Redwoods. I honestly have no idea who that lady is in Shalon Shuffle. And I also really don't know who the lady is in Attack of the Radioactive thing either. But to be honest, again, it's still really funny and cool. David Hasselhoff being the DJ and playing 80s themed music. I think it's 80s, right? I think that's when the map said. 80s themed music and whatever in Spaceland is just really cool. I think it's a really cool feature. It's really it just adds the charm that Infinite Warfare Zombies has. Again, maybe I'm glazing. I just love this game. I love every aspect of it. Again, the multiplayer is a bit more harder to enjoy nowadays because of the losers. But for the most part, this game is really, really fantastic. It has a really great campaign. It has a really great multiplayer, and it has a really, really good zombies. A really great zombies, to be honest. I would say 4 out of the 5 maps. There's 5 maps, right? There's Spaceland, Raven Redwoods, Shuffle, Attack of the Radioactive thing, and Beast and Beyond. 4 out of the 5 maps are great. The last one, again, maybe I just need to play it more. I just don't really like it that much. I just maybe gotta play more, but I can't. For some reason, whenever I play this goddamn map, whenever I play Beast from Beyond, only aliens spawn. I never have to actually get to play against zombies because it's just the goddamn cryptids forever. I've got to at least round 6 or 8. I've gone to round 8 on the map once, and there are still cryptids. Where are the zombies? I'm joking. No, seriously, I gotta either. I want to play the map more because I like the setting and like the look of it. But everything else, I just feel like I don't like the cryptids. They're really hard to kill. Again, maybe it's just skill issue. Overall, though, I love every aspect of this game. Again, maybe I'm glazing a bit. This game truly is a hidden gem, I will tell you. It is truly a hidden gem in COD, and it's truly, by far, better than everything we've gone recently. And maybe that's a hot take. I will 100% defend my opinion. It is better than what we've gone from COD for the past 5 years, at least, right? It is better than Modern Warfare 2, better than Modern Warfare 3, better than Vanguard, better than Black Ops 6, better than Cold War. This is all, I know I probably sound like a madman. I just love it that much. Maybe it's not better. I would say Cold War multiplayer. I don't know. It doesn't have, at least it doesn't have crossplay. You know what to deal. Well, no, there's still losers in this game that are either sweats or hacking or both. They're probably both 100%. Anyways, though, I mean, this game's great. I love it. It's a hidden gem. It's a diamond in the rough. It holds a special place in my heart. It always will. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. If you hate or love Infinite Warfare, go ahead and hate on it. But I'm going to love it. I'm going to continue to love it. No matter what anybody says, I will never dislike this game. One time I was playing, like this was years ago when the game came out. One of my friends on my friend list messaged me, said, "Dude, IW sucks." Like, okay, you goober. You probably never played it. You simpleton. Anyways, though, he's not on my friends list anymore. I'm joking. I don't actually know if he is. It's been years. But thank you guys for watching. I'm going to give Infinite Warfare a ranking now. I will gladly say it. This game's a 10 out of 10. If I was to look at the multiplayer and see, look at the current issues, yeah, it does drop it down in teams because the multiplayer is almost unplayable. Again, with these absolute losers kind of ruining it. They're sometimes multiple in every lobby, and it's kind of hard to escape them. But again, if you can't escape it, the multiplayer is fun. Again, I'm still going to leave my ranking. I'm still going to believe this game's a 10 out of 10. Maybe I'm overly glazing, but again, I love this game. I always will. Thank you guys for watching, as I just said. I will see you guys in the next video, and have a great rest of your day.